Activate. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show.
We're here.
And we're live.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show, number 47 on the books if you're keeping track. I'm Rick Salas.
I'm Guy Murray.
I'm Jay Fieberman. And I'm Mark, the blind guy.
Together we're Pelon and Chubby. We're coming to you, like I said, every Wednesday once again. For the economy of my household, it makes sense to have it on Wednesdays. So we're going to do it on Wednesdays. Wednesday's a good day. It's Hump Day.
Hump Day!
You know, everybody can get their hump on. And, this is where we voice our feelings, opinions, all of that good stuff.
Our happiness of whatever's going on in the world, because the world is so wonderful and a happy place. Everyone's all singing Kumbaya together.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And we're coming off of our second edition of the Pelon and Chubby comedy series.
It's a hot show.
Very good show for the
select crowd.
Few that showed up. But we're lucky enough to get the show of their life.
Oh, no, you guys did it.
Just tuning it up.
You missed it. It was awesome.
Very good show. So the news in, hot off the press, they want to try and move us to later in the week.
Heck yeah.
So August 30th is a Thursday night.
Thursday night is
Thursday. We're going to have the next show. Mark it on your calendars. August 30th.
Whoa.
It'll be at Wildwood once again. And the plan is, tentatively, to move us to a Saturday night.
Hey!
So that's going to be kind of cool. We get prime time slot. Saturdays when the regular shows are, you know. So that'll be kind of cool. That'll be fun.
A lot of people hope.
Yeah. So we got to get people out there. You got to support if you like the Pelon and Chubby Show. You like comedy in general, stand-up comedy. We got comics coming down from LA that are phenomenal. And it's not just me saying it. If you check out the show, I guarantee you won't be disappointed. But the comics are going to be a little disappointed. They come all the way down here, and they don't have a crowd to play to. You know, a select few. But whatever. We put on the same show no matter how many people show up. The first show we had a packed house. Second show, not so much. But we put on a show no matter what. Whatever it is. We'll do it in front of 2 people. We don't give a shit.
Show you right.
Yeah, so it was cool. I appreciate everybody coming out that did come out. I appreciate you guys for putting on a good show. Adam Richmond. If you have a chance to watch the last half of our podcast from last week, pretty hilarious, man. Adam is he has nothing but fast forward, and he was bringing it.
Yeah,
so check that out if you have a chance. Hey, I'd like everybody to go on there on the Facebook Live podcast last week, the taping of the podcast from last week. We are at 600 and something views.
That was impressive.
I want to take that one. You watch this one, but watch last week's too if you haven't watched it. And then please share it to some friends. As many of you, if all of you 600 people that watched it can share it to one person, we can double the numbers. I just want to have one show go over 1,000 views. That's my first benchmark. It would be 1,000 views, and then it's going to be 10,000 views, and it's going to be 100,000
views.
You know, so we're just going to graduate.
A million
1 million.
views.
But yeah, that's the idea. So if you guys can help us out, if you enjoy watching the show at all, just share it to 1 or 2 people that you know, and then hopefully they'll go on there and they'll watch, and then we'll just double our number. That'd be kind of cool.
That'll be hot.
Yeah. So 1,000's the number we're shooting for. I'd like to give a shout out Danny Costido's birthday today, 91 octane.
Double D's in the
Double D, yeah. His birthday today. We went out and had a couple cocktails last night for his birthday, and it was interesting. So happy birthday to Danny, and I don't know, there's a couple other people, but when I think of them, I'll mention them. Anybody else got any birthday hollers? Shout out?
Was my mother-in-law's birthday, so that was good. It's a good thing she doesn't watch the show because I told my first mother-in-law joke last week. But it's a good joke, so I had to.
So you and the mother-in-law get along?
Yeah. She actually was. I remember when Miss Fieberman, my wife, was pregnant. And she just started, as women can do when they're pregnant, get a little crazy. And she just started believing kind of crazy stuff. And she's freaking out.
Thanks.
And finally, I told her, I called her mother-in-law. I said, look, can she just go move with you for right now during this? Because I don't want to deal with it.
Right.
And then her mother told her, Jay's he's a good man. He's a good man. You're lucky to have him. Just stop acting crazy.
I envision that speech right there with a little thicker accent, though.
Oh,
That's it.
you know, he's a good man. You know, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good little boy.
Was there
you need to tell him you tell him you love him and you trust him.
Was
and
there
you fix him some tortillas.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, Trixie. Take it easy. He's a good boy. So she actually was her that when they first met me, they didn't like me at all.
Of course.
Which nobody ever does.
Pinche gringo.
Yeah, she's like, who's this local Calacho? She has the long hair then. So, anyways, though, so she had a birthday. So happy birthday.
Rafael Solano's watching. DeJuan Brooks.
Rafael Solano.
Jeff Poppy Gringo. Danny Becker. The usual suspects are watching. Good to see you. Michael. I don't have my glasses on, sorry. Michael DeVindo and Natalie Lee. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Name drop it.
So we're coming off, like I said, of our second show.
A bad connection. There we go. Yeah, it was a good show. Everybody came with the beast, and Jay delivered a good set.
Yeah.
Rolling right, Marcus rolling right along.
Mark got his circles in. That was good.
He improved 100%.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
made all 5 people laugh.
Oh, there was
more than that.
There was like 14 people there. Hello.
He can't count.
They brought a projector screen. What do you do?
So, you know what? I felt I didn't do a whole lot of material or anything, but I felt I was having a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time for the podcast. When I invited Adam, I wanted him up there because I knew he would liven up, and then I could just sit back and just see the show,
right,
and enjoy it, and watch Adam just do his thing. And he's a very funny guy. I always liked his stuff. He was cool when we were talking earlier. Maybe he's going to get with Nickelodeon movie or something as a kooky sheriff. He was like he was running his line, just showing me a little bit. He was, what do you think? I was like, told a story about him and getting married, and I got some. It's all true. He got 50,000 times. Apparently, one of those ladies tried to proposition. So, is that true? Give you my number. Like, well, get out of him. Apparently, I'm one.
Hey, hit the what's the red button say on the far right?
On the far right. And live video.
No, yeah, we're good. It's fine.
Good?
Yeah.
What's it doing?
It's running. It shows it's
cool.
running.
So what do you
See
do?
everybody, Natalie Lee, Michael DeMento.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it was I thought it was fun. You know,
Yeah.
we just gotta work. We gotta go to work on selling some tickets.
Yeah. But it was
So I thought we might. It was cool. Yeah, I thought we might open it up for the August 30th show. We haven't booked it yet. It's a Thursday night. You know what? If you want, message, on the show right there. Send a comment. Who would you like to see? I mean, within reason, because it only seats 60 people, so we're all limited on like who we can afford and all that. Unless you want tickets to be like $150, then we can get somebody like whatever. But text over like who your favorite local comics are from LA, San Diego, whatever, and we'll see if we can get them.
Yeah.
That'll be hot. I think
We have time.
This is a raffle.
Yeah. So just your thoughts, whatever. That'd be cool. Yeah, like request line.
There you go. Request your favorite comic.
Yeah.
Who would you like to be on the Pelon and Chubby
We have a
series?
suggestion box remember seeing that in the office the other day. That was fucking hilarious.
I had a good office story today. Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Being Hump Day, our usual person that says Hump Day for us was not in the office, so another one of our girls got to do it, and she did the whole facial gurn and everything. It was just as good as the original Hump Day, and she gurned her face and everything. But it's a commonplace. We posted on Instagram.
What would HR think about that?
She doesn't have a hump, and there she is passing them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. It was good. I was thinking back a couple years ago. We had a vending machine. It was one of those honor snack boxes where all the candy and all the stuff is exposed.
Okay.
And
And
you put in the money in the slot to honor snack, right?
Right.
One time the guy who was clearing out the box, he came to collect, and he sat there and he came crying to me. He goes, I can't. That's $50 worth of candy, and I've got $1.75 and a bunch of IOUs.
Did they put a name on the IOU?
Come on, man, name. So I was able to go collect on those, but I was like, this was a collection agency, so I'm sitting there with these people's things. I'm like, man, that's your handwriting, bro. Come on now. I was backtracking the backtrackers, trying to collect collections, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. But that guy was crying. $50 and only was $1.75 and some IOUs.
oh my God.
That doesn't go over too well.
That's not cool.
So they're just able to get the money,
We went to petty cash and paid him up and said, don't come back here without. If my people can't honor the honor snack, then it don't need to be here.
Yeah, honor snack.
That's funny.
That's a funny name.
Hey, dude's got to realize when you don't have like a piece of glass over that box, that sometimes that's a cost of doing business.
Yeah.
Not everybody's honest.
That's the cost of being dumb at business.
Yeah, you should have picked the ones with the real case. That they have the security little flapper thing that almost cuts your arm off.
Yeah, schools growing up, we jacked that shit all the time.
Yeah, you gotta work. Gotta work hard to
what?
get it.
There was this one dude we were working at. I'm not going to say where, but there was this guy. He would come in to service the machines, and he was the biggest asshole ever. Like, I don't know how the vending machine guy could be such a dick, or how it even mattered in my life, but he was that kind of special asshole. So there was a couple young kids working there, and they found out how to press buttons and do something, and cleared out the whole machine.
Oh man.
The whole machine, and then they put all this food. And they even did it like merchandised it in the trunk of one of the cars on the lot, whatever.
They were selling it.
And they were like, everybody that works there was like, hey, come get some for free. But it looked like a little liquor store in the back of the trunk.
Wow.
So, and they were like, fuck that guy, he's the dick. That's why. But I felt a little bad, and then I felt bad. I'm like, no, you know what? That dude's a dick. That's karma for being such an asshole.
Wow.
But I was not involved in any way.
Not at all.
Other than I knew
you had a snack.
Other than I knew. I ate the shit out of it.
Okay. Well, then you were involved.
I was in the trunk.
Everybody
You were totally involved just because
Everybody did.
you didn't initiate the crime.
I think the statute of limitations is over on that.
I don't know. The Lord will make you do the time.
Oh, here we go.
I'll tell you what, if he overlooks all the
That's
other
fine.
shit that I did,
That's actually just fun.
if he makes it down that far down the list and gets to that one, then whatever. But God will never make it that far down the list. That's on the petty list.
So, is there such thing as a mulligan when it comes to certain sins?
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is
That's a mulligan.
That's the Catholics. Go to confession.
It's a mulligan.
Cali.
Hey, go to confession and it's all erased.
It's a mulligan.
Yeah.
As long as you repent,
Yeah.
okay, and you actually believe.
Right. Well,
We're all messed up. That's a funny story.
There's a long list of small print on the bottom of that thing.
Oh my God.
You got to read through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hate for that to be the one piece of paper you didn't read.
I forgot.
Yeah.
You had 67 years to read it. Well,
Yeah.
I was busy. Shit was going fast.
See, I don't know how to read.
Yeah, and so I'm sure we've got stories that skeletons in the closet.
There's this one time at blind camp. There's this one time
Really?
at blind camp.
I don't want to hear about the flu. I don't want to hear where you put that flu.
Speak up,
Okay.
speak up in this area.
Don't tell me.
So we were at blind camp, right? We were at in Ogden, Utah, and we had one of the weeks during the summer. We took like an adventure camp, and every day of the week we'd go up to Park City or somewhere and take the kids out like rock climbing or zip lining or whatever, alpine slide. So one night we stayed the night over at the National Ability Center in Park City, and the dorms are upstairs. And they have dorms on campus there. You can stay over. The boys are upstairs and the girls are downstairs, and we were at two to a room because there's 2 beds in each room. And me and a buddy of mine had a couple of girls that were kind of over us, so we were calling them on a little motel on the rooms.
I'm hearing it.
Nice.
And then, like, you know, and Lewis, my buddy goes, hey, you know, there's a patio door out here. And I'm like, no, there's not. And he goes, yeah, you know. So we go to open up the back door and step out on the door and close it, and it clicks. We're out on the second story patio. It clicks. I'm like, what are you gonna do? So, you know, I go, no, man, we're gonna have to
We got
climb
the
over
rock
the railing
climbers.
and jump to the other patio. It might be like 3 or 4 feet away. I
It
think.
became an episode of Mission
like-
Impossible.
And like we're like in our boxers and everything, and I'm like, dude, I was just getting ready for bed. Like, so I climb over the railing. And just
Keep in mind, hey, you got to set it up for the
no,
people.
keep it up.
No, I'm saying this is a story.
Was
You're-
also
these are
blind
two
too,
blind guys,
so
right?
it worked out.
Yeah, you got the 2
So we
blind guys.
tapped on his door.
Right.
We're like in our boxers. It's like, hey, Jonathan, let us in, man. We got locked out back here. Like, you know, so he let us in laughing, and we went out to the front door, and sure shit enough, the front door is locked too. So then the staff member comes down. He's the night dormitory watching the night. He's just over the night staff. You know, he goes, Preston. He comes
Is
walking
he
down the
blind
hallway.
too?
What the hell are you 2 kids doing in your boxers in the hallway? I said, we got locked out of the room. Just, the phone's going off inside the room. Just like, well, here goes that phone call.
Wow.
That's only one.
That's amazing.
Well, I thought we thought you were leading us into you were going to
The
be
girls
hanging out.
above us.
What happened
The
to the
girls. Yeah, the girls above
You went
us.
They were
down.
below us.
Oh.
We were on the second
Did you
story.
go down?
No, we had to do
They
this
went
all
across.
on the second story.
Hey,
Hey, if you
just
wanna-
for you're the reference, you're becoming a comic. It's okay to lie. You have permission to entertain us more. It was a decent story.
That's
I was
your
fine.
job.
And
It was
then here's
fun.
It was all in the dark.
It's
No.
funny. It's all in the dark where you're blind, so it's always in
Hey,
the
since we're
dark.
doing stand-up education with this story. Here's the other one, Mark.
Here.
Take that story
Yeah,
and cut it in half. Don't explain every detail.
yeah.
Some of it can be understood.
But it was.
Or, as redirection purposes, everybody knows where you're going. Offer them a different path. Redirect that shit.
That's some bullshit because people don't know where I'm going, and every time they tell me left, right, left, I'm like, I stop, I
Okay,
turn around,
there you go.
and I do the hokey pokey, and I turn around because they don't know what I'm about. And I'm just gonna say that. So,
Nice
fuck that
save.
shit.
There you go.
Nice save. There you go.
See how nice that was?
That was great.
In and out, super effective.
There you go.
I do like that
Nice.
because I had to cut it.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So I was listening to a podcast,
What podcast was that, B?
and I'm not gonna lie. Initially, the only reason I was on Podbean and I'm kind of thumbing up.
Rogan?
Yeah, and well, I just wanted to hear the quality of the show,
Okay.
and I wasn't impressed with the quality, the sound quality of it. It just
What?
sounds like ours,
Yeah.
pretty much, and we're
Well,
fucking low budget. But
So is this.
I'm not talking about content. I'm talking about the
The
actual
sound, the quality.
Yeah.
So
It's a fucking
I was
podcast.
listening to more and more, and then I flipped. I'm like, Anna apparently is how she pronounces it.
Okay.
Anna,
Anna Pacheco.
no, Ferris.
Oh, shit.
Hannah
She has, but Anna.
Anna.
Yes.
Anna.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she has a podcast,
Okay.
and it's called what is it called?
What is it?
Unqualified.
Okay.
Anna Ferris is Unqualified, And
She's a funny girl.
well, I wasn't too concerned about that because when she was in that Bunny movie, you know, when she's the sorority, she takes a job as a sorority mom or whatever, and is the Bunny Queen or whatever. Yeah. She was hot. She normally isn't that hot, but in that movie, she was extra delicious.
Yeah,
so,
my wife forbid me to watch that movie.
Well,
she goes, I know she's funny, but she's looking way too good.
But that's the only one I've seen her that she looks that good. I mean, not to take anything away from her, but she looks good. And so for that reason alone, I clicked on it. But she actually is very funny.
Yeah,
very funny.
She is.
I mean, she says fuck like every other word. But, you know, and everybody gives me shit for
like
cussing.
every other word. Fuck the fucking.
Have you listened to some of these? What's his name? Bill Burr?
Bill Burr just never.
Oh my God. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
You'd think he owned the word the way he uses it.
Yeah.
But this chick has some good takes. She thinks like a man. You know.
She's in the remake of Overboard, and it's tracking pretty good.
She sounds good. The laugh is whatever. But I was impressed with her show. It was a good show. She had a guest on there that was, you know, pretty full of himself.
But she's been around.
She's been
around for quite some time, like the Scream movie.
Scream.
No, but not Scream the ones
the knockoff.
The knockoff of Scream.
I would listen to it again.
You would listen to that one show or
I listened to it
podcast?
again. It was pretty good.
Like the one that I've seen from somebody who I found it very entertaining, just because I think the guy's hilarious and he's always got funny stories. He's like Norman Dom.
Yeah.
Norman's just a funny guy.
Yeah. Some people don't get his stuff, but
and he's not like hugely successful, but comics, you know, the guy's completely original, and
the guy is successful enough that we can't book him.
Oh hell no!
For the show up, no, not this show down here.
Tracy.
I'm talking about the 5 shows with.
Oh yeah, I know.
We still can't afford him.
Oh no, I believe it. Yeah. Norm's great. He's like
who can't afford
he almost has like a cult like status with people who when they like Norm.
Yeah.
He's great. So
no, I think the guy's funnier than shit.
Yeah.
He's kind of like well, no, he's not. But
I don't think he's like he's kind of his own.
He's his own. But the other guy that's kind of that way, he gets a little. You know, when he first started, I don't remember him being as political. But Lewis Black.
Okay.
I don't remember him in the beginning. He was in the movie Rodney Dangerfield.
Hit and miss.
You know, he was wasn't he the teacher?
Did anybody see the roast of?
No, that's Sam Kinison.
That's Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
I thought he was in that movie.
I don't think Lewis Black is in.
Or he was in one of them anyway.
No.
But
I like the later. I heard him say he didn't really even get started until.
Did anybody watch the roast of
Bruce Willis?
Bruce
No,
Willis.
I was trying to, but I don't think it's out like everywhere yet where you can watch on demand. I was trying to watch it on
What are
demand.
we talking about?
The roast of Bruce Willis.
You can't watch it on demand.
Well, there's a slight delay.
Yeah,
It's on demand when it's available.
Yeah, right.
Well, there was
I'd like to say that about D's nuts, but they're always available.
Kevin Smith had a
Never on
story
demand.
about Bruce Willis that's not favorable, man. Do you know about that?
The guy has made some probably major mistakes.
No, not about that. Saying as a person, he didn't want to because he said he was such a huge Bruce Willis fan.
Right.
And
that's a danger. I tell you before. Of meeting people that
he goes, he's in awe of the guy.
Right.
And then he meets him, and they're standing on the street corner, and he says, he basically says, "No, I'm not saying this actually happened, but let's pretend like your childhood hero that you thought was so awesome is standing there on the street corner, and they're waiting to do the take, and a car drives by. They're going to have a small break. This car goes by, and these guys are in their truck, and they go, 'Hey, man, it's you're so amazing. Hey, die,' and he uses his name. They go, 'Die hard, man. You're so awesome. You're incredible.' And then they drive off, and he looks, and Bruce, he kind of smiles at him. Then he looks at Kevin Smith, and he goes, 'God, I hate it when they say, God, I hate it when those idiots say, die hard, don't use my name.' Because first, right before he says that, he He goes, man, that must make you feel good that you have that kind of an effect on people to be such a big star. He goes, no, I hate it.
Dude, but here's my.
That'd be incredible.
Here's how I would look at it. It was like if
wow.
I'd yell back, if you're such a big fucking fan, you'd know my name, stupid. Like fucking call me Die Hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it kind of pissed me off. Oh, fucking Die Hard, you know. Like,
But I would, yeah. But he just thought the way he said it, and then he said something. He did some other stuff that he just
Right.
went.
But
But to me, Bruce Willis is such a big star. He's got some good movies and stuff. It's kind of his career is kind of on the going down now. But,
well, yeah, he's like 90.
yeah, but I didn't get to see it. I wanted to see it. I never saw it though. Did anybody see Death Wish? The reboot. Anybody see that?
No, I haven't seen it. But I was backstage while he was doing his musical tour as Bruno and Miguel. And musician wise, you know,
He's cool.
performing. He's good. He's serious about it.
Well, no, yeah, I think so too. And speaking of films, I did see Deadpool 2. Everybody seen that one yet?
No.
How about you, Mark?
Dude, that is amazing. Like, here comes the CGI part, dude. Like, really, really. I'm just gonna start saying that every time someone goes to talk. I'm gonna be like, rated R, cover your kids' ears. Here it comes, like, and then like, Pelon's gonna jump in there or something. No.
Yeah. Deadpool 2 was great. It was great.
But you have to like revisit this maybe 3 months from now when it comes out on you know, like,
Demand.
what do you call
On
it?
demand or
Yeah, one of HBO, Showtime. I don't go to the movie.
He is a computer.
Well, we went and saw it at the bargain theater. I save money when we go, so you don't. But
I
it
just
was
don't like
great,
being
and
around
that's
other
where
human beings.
this whole Dolly Parton thing comes in.
Yeah, I don't like being around other human beings. That's my like.
I get where you're at when that's me. I'm just
Because here's my thing: if somebody's sitting anywhere in my radius and they do anything fucking like I don't approve of,
Like,
you know, if I'm
you're
with
gonna
my
say,
kid, no, I'm gonna get up and choke you the fuck out. I don't have like, there's no warning, you know, like, hey kids, you better shut up, because I'm trying to watch this movie. It's like, give me that fucking cell phone. And I'm throwing it against the wall and I'm choking you the fuck out as an example of what's going to happen when you're an adult.
I don't think so.
I think you're gonna say. I believe you'll say something. I don't think you're choking anybody out because you would already be in jail.
No, I am
Because
choking.
you look like you belong in jail.
Show me your ID.
If you don't have any tattoos, that's the only difference why you're not in jail.
Because
you
if
don't
you're,
have them prison tattoos.
if you're a day over 18, I'm going to fuck you up. I can't take it, dude. I lose.
Be warned. You see this guy sweating or swearing profusely?
Yeah,
Run.
or just hand him a beer and then he'll be
Hey,
cool.
so I'm pulling in the parking lot at Vaughn's.
Oh, you got to hurry.
And I'm getting groceries and shit. So I'm looking. I'm pulling in the parking lot. So I'm looking at this person on my left, and their driving is horrendous. Like my son's new favorite word, redonkulous. Right?
What was it me?
So no,
It wasn't me.
so I'm
Okay,
watching this person. I'm focused on what they're doing because they're driving erratic, and I'm trying to go, and they're going to cross in front of me. So I'm like, well, in the meantime, this lady comes barreling in the parking lot, which you shouldn't do that anyway, that fast. But she comes in, and I'm pulling, and she's coming, and yeah, she has the right of way, you know. But stupid, if I'm not watching, and I pull out in front of you, then you need to apply the brakes. Because, are you going to just keep on driving because you have the right of way? Are you that fucking retarded? You're just going to barrel into the back of me?
I clearly have screwed up.
Right.
You don't see
Obviously,
me. What is your problem?
Obviously, it's my fault. I said, but fucking know your surroundings. Drive less than 20 miles an hour in a Vaughn's parking lot, you know, and
It's in a racetrack.
and like put on a fucking, you know, pump your brakes. Yeah, I fucked up. Are you gonna run me over because I fucked up? Come on, lady, stop. You know,
I think the common courtesy and just other people, you stopped.
You know, just stop and then have her. She just give you the finger, and then everything will be all
Everything
right.
will be all right.
You know, like, yeah,
I do what I do.
When I get that finger, I go, yeah, my bad. Yeah, I'm a terrible driver.
Hey, this is how old I am. My reference is I roll down the window. So, well, do what I do, and somebody like makes a mistake, cuts me off, whatever, and I almost run into them, but I stop because I'm not fucking stupid. This lady, if I wouldn't have stopped, she would probably fucking just barrel. I noticed it last minute. Okay, but what, are you not going to stop? Are you serious? Because you have the right of way. So just do what I do. I roll down the window and I yell out, "Hey, stupid! Fucking pay attention!" So she should give me that.
Your Costa Rican came up.
Hey, stupid!
Who's that?
Pay attention! Yeah. So why did
that white guy?
So why she should have just gave me a little my own shit. Hey, fucker, watch the road. Okay, my bad.
Watch where you're going.
My bad. But this bitch was just gonna run me over. Fucking, she was gonna 4x4 me.
I still get irked by people that are trying to play off that they're not on their phones while they're driving. They got their phones down, they're holding it, it's on their lap. They're at the stop sign, they're looking down, they're at the stoplight, and they're looking down. And then when they take off, it's like they can't stop what they're doing, and they're still driving and looking down. I'm like,
so was it me? Again?
Not just you, Joe. Not just you.
I'm guilty.
So, hey, they got smart, and it's no more, you can't make a call, you can't text, you cannot touch the phone while you're driving.
Dude, I see it so much more now. And this guy had a friggin' iPad Pro fucking like this and looking at it. I'm like, no. No. I drive by him, I just look at him with a serious look of disdain. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Huh?
The second I reach over to even my phone,
and you're like, hey, I gotta pay attention to you, so I can't watch my video. What is wrong with you?
I try to get my camera so I can get some incriminating evidence, and then I fucking run off the road. It's like,
so last week I went to the Leeds training for ABC to get your liquor license, or even people that bartender serve have to go. But I'm trying to get a liquor license, so
you can liquor.
I went to the class, and apparently the numbers have almost equaled to people dying in alcohol-related accidents as texting-related accidents.
I think it's more texting.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I believe
They
it's
said very close.
It just happened.
Well, it must have happened the last
Just
2
now.
days.
No,
But
just bam.
that's pretty
Jay's fault.
That's pretty amazing how it can even compete.
We had just talked to them the very moment someone just went off the road with a cell phone in their head.
So can they give you a TUI?
Texting under influence?
No,
No, he just fucked it up. He fucked it up.
DUT?
Driving while texting. DWT.
DWT?
Yeah, driving while texting.
And then you have to go to
Dutch.
class. And
Texting
It's a Dutch, like ditto, like Dutch.
responsibility class.
Oh,
Are
it's
you a
coming.
Dutch? No.
It's coming.
It's crazy.
I
I think we should just take away your cell phone for a year.
I was down for the idea
People
of ditch the cell phone.
Living mine.
No, if the phone, it's got to sense something. If the phone senses that it's going a certain speed and it's the only other mobile device in the phone, shut itself off. Or if it's being held.
Cars.
I mean, they have cars that have everything wired.
You got to blow into it in order for it to start because you got a DUI so many times, right? So
I'm not
they should
such a
have
fan of
car
that
that if
I'd like if they made a car that blows you when you get in.
well, yeah, it would never start. Oh,
Or you get because people were cheating that when you get somebody to blow for them.
well, hey,
We'll call it
I got paid
road
big
in.
bucks. I'm just saying. He won't play golf. No.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking.
Blow my fuse.
Disable the phone or only set up the only certain capabilities. People are still on social media.
Give them a track phone.
But you're taking away my rights
Rights to what?
to murder somebody on the road so I can tell my boyfriend I'm on my way home.
Because I'm in a 15-ton vehicle and I'm a dumbass because I can take the fucking test but don't know how to drive it. Oh, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Some people do that.
We're insane here at the Pelon and Chubby podcast.
Been texting down the road.
I wonder what-
Go, Texan driver, carrying such a heavy load.
There I go again.
And here I go again
With
on
the
my
cell
texting
phone.
phone.
I don't know. My head again.
Yeah,
That's a Kiss reference, a Baby Driver. Great tune.
Baby Driver. That was actually a good movie.
I'm losing
I liked it.
Everybody said it was. I didn't catch that.
You didn't watch it?
No,
You watched
there's too many.
Me neither.
Baby Driver's a good movie.
That's what I heard.
The molesters in it, Kevin Spacey.
Did a lot more stuff come out? Because all I heard was the one thing he apologized for about, how he came on to, I guess, someone who was like 17 or whatever. And
But he was,
but like apparently nothing went beyond that, and that's
That kid's
did
probably
more
the most
stuff happen?
popular kid in school. Did you slept with Kevin Spacey? Like,
He didn't even. No, the problem is he didn't. No, he didn't even go. He didn't even go that far. He just said, "Why don't you come lay down on the bed? Let's have a few drinks." And the guy was like, I don't really think so. And he goes, "Okay," and that was it.
I like to sit up when I drink.
And he goes, "Okay," and then that was it. I was just like, so Trump's grabbing the hoo-hoos, but that's way further than. But he's paying. I was like, I understand it's totally inappropriate, but apparently it was just nothing happened.
I guess when you become president, you're no longer allowed to be a man.
Saying that. Oh.
You're no longer be a man anymore. You can't go to church.
I mean, there was zero surprise. I had no surprise. Like, was anybody even remotely surprised that
if nobody
he
slept
was
with
paying girls to sleep with?
dude, if nobody ever sleeps with hookers, like nobody does it, like, oh my God, that's terrible that the president did that. If nobody does it, they wouldn't be around. It wouldn't be one of the most thriving
businesses out there.
Jobs, business, whatever in the world.
You should start one, Holy Roller.
It's been around since the beginning of time. Wasn't
the psychic Holy
wasn't
Lord. No.
Mary wasn't Mary something?
It's a good cover.
Oh, she was.
Wasn't she?
Yes,
the Virgin Mary.
Yes.
Right. So it was there in the beginning of time.
She gets reformed, but yeah.
Whatever. Okay. There's hope for all the other hookers out there.
Well, that's right.
I'm just saying.
That's what Jesus said. He goes,
Hey, just
because
wait
I did not come to save the religious.
You buy
I
a
came to save the
politician a
sinners.
hooker, you get the lobbyist out of a job. There's battles here.
I just hope the good-looking hookers wait until at least they're out of their prime
Yeah, that's about it.
to convert.
I think I got to get a replacement for Mike's for Bar's Mike.
What do you mean? Why?
He's the one that's giving my chatter.
Why? I'm not giving you chatter.
You give me chatter?
No, it's the mic.
It's chatter.
It's the mic.
The mic.
Phone.
How about this? How about now?
Oh, you go.
Just take the tip
You
off.
take the tip off.
Take the tip
It sounds a lot better now.
Just the tip.
Yeah,
Just
see.
the tip.
That scares me.
Just the tip.
Oh my God.
That was awesome. Everybody,
Hey,
unsheath your mics.
is that one of your?
That's the first time a big guy laughed that hard.
That one of yours?
So,
Might be one of my groupies. Pilar, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the
everybody see Jorge the Jew on there.
But I'm just saying about getting back to Trump.
Oh, okay.
Fuck
No, I don't care to.
that topic, all right?
Why?
Let's move on. Because the only make that motherfucker as popular as he is by bringing his name up.
He is
Yeah.
the president.
And he is.
Well, so.
He's gonna.
But
There's a certain
you're a
level of
comedian.
respect.
I would say you have more popularity in my eyes than this.
Well,
My eyes adore you.
there is a certain level of respect that you get
Hello,
just
I'm
for
really
making
looking
it.
forward to see
that
my
level.
eyes adore
Close
you.
my
I
eyes
give that
forever.
respect, don't get me wrong.
Maybe Trump won't be president.
But until I get
Close
paid,
my
I'm sorry.
eyes
This is
forever.
just business.
Would it all remain
Oh, I
the
like this song.
same?
Rita Ford and Ozzy.
Yeah.
So, what were you going to say about Trump? I was going to say we're going into.
Close your eyes.
Well, I'll wait till the
for
news
me.
for that particular news. So. I got my eyes closed for you.
I'll tell you
I love
what.
I can't see right now.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Apparently, Kim Kardashian doesn't think bad of him.
Well, no.
No.
Well,
That diaper wearing.
Kim Kardashian.
She looks like
And
she's
she has
wearing
more
a
pull than you
diaper.
think. She tweeted the president and said, "We want this bitch out of jail." Fuck, he did it.
Well, yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
Oh, the NBA guy. Or
She
whatever?
sent him a picture of her side
That was
ass.
That's
Just the side.
well. It's
So she got into a feud.
That's pretty. It is pretty impressive. I'll have to give you that.
She got into a feud with who was it, Tyson Beckford or whatever, the actor. or
Yes,
whatever.
yes, yes.
They got into a feud, and he said some stuff about how she's not real. The doctor messed up on her right hip because it sticks out too far.
I fucking knew it.
And then-
See, I was looking at
And
the.
then she calls him sis,
Right.
Yeah, they're ganglionic cysts, man. Those
Calls
fucking
them
No, it's this.
like sister, short,
cysts.
because she's down with the black man. All right, so it says sis, and it
She
says
got
something
that.
about
So
sorry.
they
you don't-
just grew because she married Akon? Oh, thank you, God.
She like some no, she like she made a reference. Is what they're taking from this is that she made a reference that he's gay, and so now everybody's like, "Oh, you're homophobic."
Fucking knew
You
it.
know what? I'm not afraid of homosexuals. I think the word homophobic means you're afraid of them. I'm not afraid of them. I like to talk shit about them, but I'm not afraid of them. Like, you know.
Are you sure?
No, why would I be afraid? What am I afraid? You think somebody's going to put it in my butt without me knowing? You think somebody's going to suck without me knowing?
If
Come
we
on.
went camping and you woke up the next morning,
You think somebody?
would you
You
tell
think you're going to
anybody?
enjoy it without him
Would you?
knowing?
Yeah.
Would you tell anybody?
What's that?
I don't know why.
I said, if we went camping and you woke up the next morning with a condom in your butt, would you tell anybody?
Hell yeah.
Holy roller, we're going camping. No.
Not a chance, Mark.
Yeah, it's just like,
Not a chance. I don't know why this must be. Come on. Isn't that just cute, man? Is that supposed to be a little kitty that's pooping?
Get out of here with that.
Come on, that's cute, man.
Get out of here with that.
Cute.
but I think they're using
It's
that.
the little thing.
I think they're using that
That's what she
homophobic
said.
word incorrectly. It's to fear homosexuals.
Uh-huh.
If you're a homo hater, that's different.
Yep. So what do you call
That
two
doesn't mean you're
lesbians
afraid
in a
of them.
closet?
Useless
Oh, liquor cabinet.
to me.
What does a lesbian hold their liquor by?
What?
Her ears.
Oh,
Okay.
her liquor.
Joke jokes. Joke jokes.
Making lesbian friends.
Maybe here, let me talk to the mic again.
Me and my lady.
You know what? I don't hate them. I just don't have
You don't
a
hate
use for them.
To test your machismo on, man. Come on.
No, I just have no use.
The company.
They serve no purpose to me. I'm not gonna go hang out with
It's
them.
not competition. See if she can pick up a girl before you can.
No, I don't care. I'm not interested in anything they ever say.
That reminds me of that great SNL sketch. Ben Stiller was showing how he can pick up any chick in the bar, and then Glenn Fry, played by Will Ferrell's there, and he goes, "Well, what about Glenn Fry? Could you pick him up?" And he goes, "Yeah, I could." That's just something for you guys to Google it there.
Google it. Google it.
Google it.
You know what's funny is a lot
great-
of these guys, if they didn't have the fame attached to them, they wouldn't be fucking anybody. They'd be at home rubbing it out every night.
Still
You know,
do that.
if you see them, they're like fucking.
Actually,
Come on, man.
okay.
There's some that are good looking.
Here's the thing.
Are we talking about Glenn Fry? He's passed on, or Ben
No.
Stiller? What are we talking
Ben
about?
Stiller, you think that guy would ever get laid? Honestly,
If he wasn't famous, I'm sure he has some
Somebody
swagger
will
or
fuck him.
something.
but I'm just saying,
You remember the
definitely not getting thrown at him.
Do you
Yeah, but
remember,
the guy's
do you
talented,
remember the hookers comment? We said that he's got a lot of money and there's a lot of high paid. I'm just saying some people would, but the price that no.
Well, look at Charlie Sheen. Was he just lazy?
That guy had $800,000 a week in his fucking.
I'm just saying.
box.
So he liked it raw.
He
didn't
no,
care.
he could fucking.
He still gave her AIDS.
Why hookers? Why are you gonna pay? You know, he doesn't need to
I think
pay.
it was porn girls, right? Wasn't it?
Right? Why? You're Charlie Sheen.
Maybe because that's what it was his kink. I don't know.
He would do the same thing. Don't
He's
tell
a
me.
very funny guy, but
You have
he's
a line of hookers out
I'm just saying, why? You know, if you can get it for free all day long,
Free.
and they're gonna do anything you want, you're Charlie Sheen.
Because this guy has
Why are you paying for
$800,000 a week.
Yeah, why?
I got all this money for hookers and blow.
Yeah.
Blow you gotta pay for.
Well, I got this money for the hookers
He
and the
doesn't have-
blow.
He doesn't have to pay for pussy.
He doesn't have
thrown at
to.
him.
When you got AIDS, you got to pay for that shit.
Well, obviously nobody knew he had it
It's
before.
a higher price now.
Yeah,
No,
kind of
yeah.
like guacamole.
Hey,
Chubby
we
checker.
we just went off the rails there.
Well,
I'm
it's
just saying.
interesting guy talk. That's
Across
what, that's
the
what
board. That's interesting.
people want to hear
Yeah.
Yeah,
it. You know
we want to hear about Charlie Sheen.
what? We already got into current events, so we might as well stay in the current events for now.
Yeah, current events. What you were talking about? You were talking about Trump and
Let's go left to right.
You're what? That would be you, Mark. Go ahead. Your current events. That
Talk about a totalitarian regime we're going into. If you do not have your
Are you
IDs.
taking Ari's place right now? Are you stepping in?
Let me
for Ari, Mark?
rephrase this.
He did a triple T there. So
Welcome
go.
to a totalitarian regime here, where in coming months, if you do not have your identification card at a grocery store, you will no longer be able to buy groceries. It's going to be a forcification and a
I didn't hear that.
I might call bullshit.
I will look it up right now on the no iPhone, because that's what I have, is the no iPhone. It works for me. No eyes.
That's a political statement there.
No political.
All right, here's what I heard.
That's a no for me, Mark.
Here's what I heard.
Look it up.
The new ID, you have until the year 2000, I believe.
20.
Yeah, 2020 to get it.
Yeah.
But it's only required if you're going to travel to other countries,
But
airport, that stuff.
Oh,
If you're gonna start a story, dude,
But everybody can go get one for free.
World Star,
If they want-
if you want it, you get it.
World Star.
But here's the thing:
so what does it get? It's got
World Star.
in the
Is better than
entire
any
federal
corporation
union,
watch. No.
you don't have to identify yourself for anything of commerce.
Bullshit.
Morality
I
vote.
have to have an ID to get a Swisher
No, sir.
Sweet.
No,
Well,
sir.
that's
That's
different.
7-Eleven.
That's different because
Bullshit.
they don't know how old you are.
But that's some bullshit either.
You're going to be
too.
18 to get cigarettes.
The truth is, I agree with you, Mark. It is BS for that.
For what?
However,
For Swisher Sweets? You're smoking marijuana in
I
that
get-
thing.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
tell anybody.
no, I'm just saying.
Snoop
'Cause
Dogg.
I'm a definitely more
Listen what I want.
independent and stuff
Well,
on my views.
You know, you don't have to show ID if somebody asks you.
Nope.
It's not a law.
Nope.
Yeah.
You have to identify
No, I'm
yourself.
gonna look this up right now.
You do not have to present ID.
I will. That's some bullshit because when the bus driver says, "Do you have a pass or identification card or a free ID?"
Because the bus isn't free.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is because
For you,
because I'm black. Well, you see,
you're
Did you say
black.
I'm black?
what I meant was,
Somebody's been lying to you, buddy.
My mama told me.
We don't want him.
we don't want.
We
him.
don't claim you.
I lowered my sunglasses like so.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
I don't even ride the bus. I walk everywhere.
So I can.
You're talking about like getting ID for buying tobacco, getting on a bus that costs money. I'm talking about if a cop walks up to you and says, "Show me some identification," you can tell him to fuck off.
Yep.
You don't have to present ID. You have to identify yourself.
If he has probable cause.
Probable cause maybe, but if he just walks up for no reason and asks you for ID, you can tell him to fuck off.
Yep.
He has no right to ask you for any ID. You have to identify yourself, but you don't need to carry an ID on you.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that will be.
He told me I was in the bike lane while I
It'll
was
be a
playing
long
bicycle
time before that
and
happens.
walking.
I doubt it.
Oh,
It'll be a long time before that happens.
No.
It'll be a long
You
time.
want to know why? Because of.
The end of the world's coming.
Yeah. Basically. Well, with the whole. No, with the. It's like I said.
No, really, this time.
No,
No, really,
with,
this time.
with,
The end of the
no.
world's coming.
We're not 2000,
No,
not
no,
2012.
No,
really.
I'm just saying in the
No,
future
really,
with
this time-
with chips,
The end of the world's coming.
With-
No,
implanting of chips.
no,
That's
not
not.
right.
That's actually.
not really. This time.
There's a company and all the
actually-
employees chip themselves, but it's only valid on their reader. So yeah, no, not happening.
I know it's been 150
You
times.
really don't think people they're gonna eventually have it enforced so that you have to have a chip in you?
I don't know if they're actually going to be able to enforce it.
No,
People are going to voluntarily
Voluntarily.
do it.
They're gonna
Do it, yeah.
this one company, all their employees are chipped.
Hey man, go ahead. And kids, they don't get. They're saying, "Oh sure, that sounds freaking great."
So then you'll be out
You're a
there
freaking moron.
marching and lobbying, say, "Oh no, you can't do the kids," or "Oh no, you can't do whatever. It's going to cause
Here's the
cancer. So
problem.
it's going to be something. There's going to be a backlash. It's
All-
not going to
all
happen."
these-
I certainly hope so.
All these people, here's the problem, all these new age people
New age?
think it's under the progression, the electronic, oh, you're old and you're just fighting it. The chip thing is going to solve all the crime and all that stuff. No, fucker, they're just going to cut your arm off or your forehead off and fucking swipe it somewhere. Come on, man. So it's not going to change. Criminals the best thing about criminals is they know how to adapt to anything. Crime has been around forever, and you can try to get rid of it any way you want.
Oh, yeah.
Check this out. All you donkeys are running around swiping everything. Oh, no cash. And I talk about that fucking retard on 105.3, dickhead. Oh, I can't wait till the world goes no cash.
What an idiot.
What a fucking donkey. What is the purpose of that? Oh, it's progression. You know, you don't have to carry around money in your pocket. Whatever, dude. How are you going to buy drugs, stupid? In jail, let me tell you something. In jail, they have the money on your books, commissary, all that shit. But you still have to pay cash for alcohol and drugs and gambling.
I was
So
going to
there's
say
cash in jail.
Yeah.
How it gets there, of course, it's not supposed to get there that way.
90% of our currency is done digitally. Cash ain't even printed anymore.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. So is that a good
All
thing?
fucking
Is that a
cryptic.
good thing?
It's all cryptic anyway.
I'm asking you.
Is that a
Is it
good
a good
thing?
thing?
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, in a way,
Why?
yes, because they're going to have more of a leash on everything, so they're going to know
that's
where
good.
it goes.
They know everything that
Second
you're
of
doing.
all, they're going to know exactly, like you said, they're going to know exactly where the money's going because it ain't going in the bank, it's going between
Well,
hands.
Dude,
You know?
here's coming from the new defenders of the world, you know, your freedoms.
I've watched
They're
Infinity
pushing-
War. Oh,
They're pushing for complete monitoring
Yeah, once
of every move that you make.
Once it goes cashless, that's it.
Hey, totalitarian regime.
I'll be beamed out.
Have you noticed?
Welcome to the
Have you
North
noticed
Korea.
when you go buy something, all of a sudden they're advertising to you?
Yeah.
How the fuck do they know?
Even if you get
Totalitarian
close,
regime.
you get close within 50
Here's
feet
when
of it, starts going across, you know?
I got all these people, they're paying with their phones and stuff. Oh, because it's so much so secure
Welcome
and
to
stuff.
the Amazon store,
No, it's not.
where you don't
But
even
it's
have to
okay.
pull your
I'm
phone
gonna-
out.
I know. I read the book. I know how it ends. So
Right.
I'll be beamed out of here. So later, God bless y'all. See ya. Good luck. That's
What was that Nicolas Cage movie, The Rest of Us?
the rest of us.
It was something, everybody kind of like disappeared.
What's that say?
Oh yeah,
It was called The Rest of Us.
no, it's not called the rest of
What's
us,
that say?
but it's
President Trump
the
pushes
end.
forward
It's the rapture happens.
Groceries
The rapture happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was okay. He's a little bit. He's overacting a bit.
Well,
It's low budget.
Low budget.
It's just that one.
the great idea,
It's
though,
the,
is
it's
like
the
rapture
short
happened.
guy in the movie. What do
I
I say?
can't
Short
do
person, midget, whatever you want to say.
Too small.
His acting was terrible.
Well, I
but
can
the
see it,
direction was
just know that.
it was okay, and it has a good message.
It was a good message.
You know, but it was I was disappointed in some of the acting.
Just-
Nicolas Cage was.
I didn't know what was going on, you know, and when they showed all the cuts of the wife worrying about everybody else and in
Yeah,
her
it was-
garden and knowing it was coming, and she tried to warn
I
everybody.
just wish they'd picked a better director and,
Yeah.
and got the script a little better because it's a good message. It just shows a way of trying to dream of what it'll be like when the rapture happens and stuff like that. You know, and it's funny. He goes, Pastor, why are you here? He goes, well, I didn't really believe it was going to happen. He goes, and when he said, we make jokes and stuff, but I believe it's obvious. We're heading towards that. I hope that my son gets to grow up and experience life here on Earth, and it's still okay, But it's comforting knowing that when it really goes down, then yeah, we'll be out here because even him, he's a little believer, and that's good.
You poor
But,
angel.
Really?
Do not know what you set your son up for in this society coming.
Yes, he's a tough little sucker, man.
We're gonna have.
He's
gold
gonna have
everywhere.
guns. I've got guns. My wife's got guns. He's gonna have a gun. we're gonna protect ourselves. That's right. I'm not messing around because you friggin' liberals are freaking nuts, man.
Jay has got a gun.
Run away, run away from the pain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Jan, what's that?
I hope I never have to
He's
use
got
it.
a gun.
Janie's got a gun. That's a good song. It's a good tune. I definitely do Steven Tyler on a few. He's one of those guys I do for impersonations and stuff. But yeah,
That'd have been a good time to fire that one. Just saying.
Janie he's got to put it up. No, I know what I'd rather do is You See Me Crying. Pump that one up, or you can just do in the classic Dream On.
Here's a Michelle, not a Michael. Michelle Bowman.
Or
What's
if you
up?
got a song you want to
Nanette
hear, why
Brown,
don't you
what's
tell
up?
them?
It works better when it just comes.
I heard that about
Yeah.
it.
That's what she said.
You
I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
I should
Say your light is mine.
But it has nothing to do
How
with
about, I got to try a different, the doctor gave me a pill to try, and
Bill, what do you
it didn't work. No action.
Oh. Oh, that kind of
So
pill.
I'm like, oh shit, am I that far gone where it doesn't work? Or it's just a bogus pill?
He might have just put you in a placebo group just to
He
see
just gave me
if
sugar pills. Like,
Placebo.
He gave you a birth control pill.
oh.
he gave you the Placido Domingo.
That's a good
Domingo.
So I got to
Maybe
try a
it's
different,
sort of pill.
try another one, see what's up. So current events and the other ones before we move on.
How about the California stands on straws, baby?
Wow, that just crept up on us like.
Well, I've
Out of
known about
nowhere.
that for a couple months, man. It's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
pretty
When you're going to ban like a staple in society, a straw,
Once you go
which has been around
to
forever.
you go for the bags, you're going to charge them to protect the landfills. And
Then we're going to do straws. You know what? If you
Take
want
the
to charge
straw.
someone, why don't you charge
Yeah.
women another $400 for the fucking cosmetic beads that are ending up in the fish too? You want to go with the straws? Do that too, And why don't you just snip those strings just a little bit more so we don't have any more of those strings hanging down too. It's just saying, if you're going to ban the straws, you start banning everything else too.
That's it.
I don't-
but it's
I don't know how they started all this.
Yeah.
The straw.
In California, it's like I have to go Sam Kinison for a moment. Get off the warpath! Just oh my gosh, people. When
No
that happens,
styrofoam either coming up.
okay, but here, so we're going after your straws
This
now.
microphone, no more styrofoam.
But it's like, okay, but what is considered a heinous crime or a violent crime? No problem. You walk, you're cool. It's not really a violent crime.
well, no, well, yeah, we want to talk about segues to things like, look, where people are walking into grocery stores just taking, as long as they take less than $1,000 worth of food, just let them go. It's not worth prosecuting.
That's happening.
That's happening.
Well, I don't have a problem if they.
So no, the end's not coming.
If they're starving, if they're starving and they grab some food, whatever. But today in Vons, the dude grabbed a bottle of some liquor, dark colored liquor, and first he was walking. First he walked towards the bathrooms, right? Before he grabbed it, and I saw him turn around real quick, and I'm like, oh, he's up to something. So he turns around, he goes over to the liquor department, grabs the bottle. Dude's got a massive backpack on. I mean, come on, what other signs do you need? Like the fucking the red light should have came on and everybody come running. So he walks down the aisle, and I said, hey, I told the guy checking the thing, I said, you don't lose a bottle of fucking.
You snitched?
Fuck yes, I did. I don't like that. Don't steal alcohol.
Get out there! I'm tired.
Don't steal alcohol. If you're gonna steal food or whatever, that's fine.
Wait a
But don't
minute.
steal alcohol. That's
To
bullshit.
feed his need.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
What?
You need to stop drinking then if you can't afford it.
Oh,
I think this is
my
fake
God.
outrage.
So-
fake
It's-
outrage
it's
right
all-
here by you.
So
By you.
I told the guy, checking me out. I said, hey, there's a dude right there that had
I'm
glasses on with a
suspicious.
big
Can't
backpack
afford to
on.
eat, just die.
And
I
it's-
said, he's gonna put the bottle away any second. Just send somebody over
Because
there.
you're like, I paid for mine.
So then he comes out, no bottle, of course. Comes walking, the sensor thing at the door, return to the check register. It goes, it's going off. And the guy's like, well, he's outside, nothing I can do.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
So he
yes.
made it out?
Yeah.
God damn.
Because once they hit
So how'd
the
you
door,
feel? How'd you feel then?
What, they don't care. I don't give a fuck.
I cared for a
See,
moment.
I was,
You wasted all that time.
I was curious. I'm suspicious of his.
I'm trying to help
You know what?
Wins.
Meanwhile,
I could have been
you forgot
shot.
to pay about your own beer and walked off.
Snitches get
No,
stitches.
Bitches.
I could've got
Stitches.
stitches.
Snitches.
But you know what? If you're
Yeah.
stealing to feed your family, if you're stealing, but if you're
Oh,
just
they're all
stealing to fucking get drunk,
Yeah, I don't have any problem. I have zero. I have
That's
zero
not-
tolerance.
I was suspicious at first, but I do like your intent. That is solid.
You know where this affects me. Everybody's like, "Oh, you can't." Here's when I walk in the store and I'm doing my shopping, and I got somebody fucking following me around. I am gonna slap you in the fucking forehead for following me around. I spend so much money at that fucking grocery store. I overpay for everything.
Who's following?
And then
you
you're gonna fall
around?
because I look like a fucking convict of some shit.
This is true.
I go and dress like shit. I don't care.
Where did I hear
Well, you know
that
what? That
before?
does make sense. That
And
makes
so
perfect
they're fucking watching.
I would be watching you too. I go
One of
watch
these
you.
times you're gonna get close. I'm
Meanwhile, the next aisle over, this guy with the
He's
fucking
still-
backpack is getting away with shit.
doesn't that big fucking backpacks like?
So you're a cover for the guy with the backpack. Maybe you should wear a backpack to leave you alone.
One of these times, one of them's gonna get like super close, and then I'm just gonna do like a spinning like back open hand and fucking smack him right in the forehead.
Just pick up a hard cantaloupe and just chuck it at him. Just oops, it just fucking flew out of my hand.
I was in Target and they're following me around.
Oh shit! You got Target at
Well,
Target.
maybe you're just a sexy girl. You're hot.
You're the
You're a hot
prettiest.
bunny. You know what I'm saying there?
Hey,
It's terrible.
Man, if I saw you, I'd say you came in and you say you sat down on 19. I said keep an eye on 19.
I had the opportunity.
Keep an eye on 19. He's walking.
But when
He's gonna be walking.
when the dude peeked like through the clothes rack,
We got a suspicious
You know,
white
looking
guy
at me
walking
like
down
that.
aisle 6.
I so much wanted to just be like, right when he looked through it, just go like this. I see you, stupid.
when you're happy to
That's
be
stupid, I
the
see
most
you.
beautiful
Don't
girl in the
Then you got the Asian
world.
guy in the corner. Hurry up and buy it.
Oh. Hey, did you
You
happen?
happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world.
It wasn't Rick.
All right, we're gonna move on. We can go back to it, but
Can I just bring up one thing of current events? and stuff?
okay.
This is just more of like what happened during the week and stuff.
What happened?
Wow, that was pretty current.
Performed with the VFW before the Veterans of Foreign War with Kevin Davis, and it was cool, man. Kevin invited me out. It was great. Saturday. And
Which
they were
one
cool.
did you go down to?
It was in Wildemar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just told me, he goes, I really want you on. Kevin's just been,
What's a Wildemar?
he's really been trying to help me out and stuff, and he's a great guy.
Cool.
And he just goes, I really want you on the show. And I go, Kevin, it's Saturday night. I work my JOB. I can't do it. And he goes, it's at noon. I go, okay, I can do that.
That I can do.
That one I can
And
do.
doing comedy during the day sometimes can be tough.
Oh yeah, I was drinking coffee.
Because you guys are still
I was
asleep.
trying to wake up.
It's
So
just
I
like when the
didn't
sun's up,
I didn't go to bed until 6
we're like vampires. It's like,
Yeah,
well, you know, unless your
But it
work
was cool.
schedule's that way.
and everybody and made him. Yeah,
I did it.
Joshua Jackson and then Stephanie Michelle and
30, it was one of those
Stephen
shows
were
with
there.
30 comics on it.
No, it's just 4 of us.
That's not bad.
I did a show at a VFW hall, but it wasn't for. It was for the women's Tracy Women's Club.
I love this story. I love
Well,
this
I can
story.
tell the story
And I-
again,
okay.
But I was okay. Here's the part of the story I'll tell you.
Okay.
It was at 12 o'clock at lunchtime, just like that. But I was in the cooler in the restaurant.
Mhm.
I went back in their cooler and started popping beers and drinking them as fast as I could. I think I got about like 4 or 5 of them down because I was like, I can't do this.
That sounds like me back.
I
in
can't
the
do
day.
this sober.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
no way.
that was.
The average age was over 70 years old. I'm like,
I would just get hammered.
All
Anything
women?
I was uncomfortable, I would just get hammered. Just get going.
then when they asked me, they called me and say, hey, you want to do the show? I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
He doesn't know why.
Yeah.
He doesn't know why he said yes.
I'm like, what did I do?
They still got beer. I can get some
You know what? It was probably one of the best shows I ever did. Surprise, surprise. You never know.
What beer was he drinking that night?
I have no idea, but I was just drinking it fast.
Yeah, when you're drunk, I drunk. If it was a big take the edge off. It was like going. I had to go to my Benny's. He was an old drummer of ours. We went to this before I became a believer and stuff. It was such a foreign kind of a thing to go to this house, but I'm not sure what religion he was. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be Christian. No, Benny.
In heaven above.
Benny. To be serious, Benny was a good friend. He's passed on now. He died very, very young.
Sorry.
And he had some problems. But when I got there, me and my buddy were just like, we brought all this beer with us because we didn't know what the heck to expect. Because I didn't know if they were Jehovah's Witness or Mormons or anything. But it was the weirdest thing. They had a questionnaire to answer. What's your favorite Thanksgiving? It was for Thanksgiving. It was like this whole family gathering. It was like 35 people in their home. And we just kept going outside getting drunk. We just kept slamming beers, and then just to get through the thing. And then that's what I told him after. Now I understand why you're so different.
Right.
You know, and then
is that like the special word? Special?
No, he was different. But he also he was. There was some things were going on. His dad's a nice guy.
Was my song not appropriate?
No, I was just saying I just didn't want to make too light of it because Benny's somebody that I cared deeply about. He was a good friend of mine.
Well, it's not an exact reference to him.
I know. You didn't know the story, but it was just I was just trying to say how you were talking about you were uncomfortable doing this, and I was very uncomfortable with. It was just I don't even know today what that happened. It was just it was a weird experience going. It was like I felt like I was in a. They were trying to get us into a cult kind of a thing, and that's why I said,
hey, you know what?
I go, what the hell religion is this?
That's funny. It's funny that you say that because every other holy roller that I know will call everything else
a cult.
A cult. Like that's their favorite word. That's a cult. That's a cult.
Clearly, there are things that are.
I was in Taiwan a couple years back, like 3-4 years ago.
Behavior.
Yeah,
Taiwan.
Yeah, I biked around there.
But at least I know which one I believe I'm calling cults.
And while we were there, we biked around the country in 9 days, and we come back and we stopped at this. They had this temple in Taipei. It's a huge temple. It's really cool. But you go in there, and it's like that incense going everywhere. Like you have like Japanese people in one corner, Chinese people in another corner. Just all kinds of diverse people everywhere, but there's incense burners everywhere. Incense going anywhere.
Definitely,
it's really cool. Yeah. So we get back there and we pull into Taipei and we end up at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial and we end up walking over there to the temple and stuff. And one of the other riders that's riding up with me comes up and pulls a couple of cans of beer out of his backpack and he goes, here you go, man. He opens it up and he goes, I'm like, dude, I pause. I'm like, dude, I'm an American. I'm like, we do not crack open beer and walk into a church. This is not something that we do, let alone a fucking temple, you know? Like, he goes, no, you are good here. I'm like, well, okay then. So we grabbed our beer and we walked through the temple to do the tour. And I'm like, well, I'll be damned.
You probably will be.
Well, don't you, anyway. Don't tell anybody. We're in a room. You can't hear us.
They can't hear you. Yeah, I went up to my in-laws for Chinese New Year. I actually did a little broadcast from up there, right?
Yeah.
But I had to at the in-laws' house. They have a couple of their little displays, their shrines, the Buddha and all that, because they are Buddhists, and so I had to, out of respect, take the incense.
What it looks like.
And the mom gave me the incense, so I got to put the incense between my hand like this, like that, and do the like 4 times or something, three times.
That's Buddha.
Yeah.
I tried to do a space clearing with a sage fire brush. It was the most horrific experience.
That's witchcraft.
It's not witchcraft, but it
Reiki.
This thing was so dry it burst into flames. So I didn't know you were supposed to blow it out and use
that
the smoke.
That is witchcraft.
I'm running through all the rooms really fast.
He's like, we gotta hurry to get this shit in the sink.
There was no instructions. So I'm like, bless you, bless this, and throw that shit in the toilet.
Now, what state were you in? Because if you
I was
were
staying in panic. Oh my God. But yeah, no, the certain religious things,
what became after that?
I flushed the toilet, man. It was just, and I.
No, the house.
Where's the instructions? I was like, I probably cleared maybe one room good. Everything else was a blur, a blaze. Ah, just kidding.
You're on
fire.
These things happen sometimes. Everybody's religion's a little different,
Smoke shields around.
What's up, Armando?
Fire.
All right, so as we always do, let's run through real quick the comedy preview for the southern state of California, starting in Irvine. Huh?
Got a little segue going here real quick.
You want to go
in honor of the cult we were talking about.
The segue. I saw a motorized unicycle the other day on the train.
Oh yeah, baby.
Did you ride one?
One of my favorite groups, man.
What
Jake, baby, yeah.
Oh, the Buddhas?
the motorized unicycle?
The cult.
Oh, the Colt. All right.
Dancing
You want me to
can't
do
do
this while we have this?
anything right, little honey. Since I've got my eyes on you. Hey, I tell you the truth, boy. Today's like a rain on. I don't remember the words, but I know I like that song a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Sorry, man.
You don't like the Colt?
I like the Colt, man.
I like some of the more popular songs.
Sounds
That
like
is
a
their
Colt.
most popular
Colt
song,
fish.
but I
Sounds
like
like Colt.
Love Removal Machine.
Love
I really
removal
like
machine.
Colt fish.
Yes, but that's
Love Removal Machine.
it's
Yeah.
so weird.
Anyway,
Just to get them both out like that.
yeah, come on,
All right,
man,
so
a little bit of
Should
that.
I do it or not?
Go ahead, comedy review.
Comedy
Get
review.
it out of the way.
Well,
There's really
everybody
not that
knows
much going
I was
on.
playing anyway, so that was it.
So the comedy preview, starting at the Improv in Irvine, California. The second, which is tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Timothy DeLaGhetto, which I just want to bring up something.
Uh-oh.
When this guy, I think, has been around for a while because he's at he's headlining at the Improv in Irvine.
Okay.
So, but even though it's on a Thursday or whatever, that's okay.
On a Thursday.
But Maria DeLaGhetto,
I love Maria DeLaGhetto.
but
Ghetto.
there's already a Timothy DeLaGhetto who's way more
Ghetto.
famous than her, popular than her.
Okay.
So my thing is just, well, if you're gonna do a name like that, which is, I hate those, like, when you have names.
They're exactly
Just
the
use
same
your,
last name.
no, just use your name.
Use your name.
That's not even their
Not Tim
name.
Ghetto.
That's a stage name.
It's a stage name, but I hate stage names.
What?
I
You
don't
don't like the funny guy?
No.
What?
I don't like any stage name.
That's it. I'm out of here.
I
Who's
like,
this?
you
Who's
know
this?
what?
Rodney
Who is this Pelon?
Let me tell you something. If you look at all the people
Who's this Pelon?
that are on, headlining weekends and stuff, none of them have stage names. I mean, it could be their
Rodney Dangerfield.
okay, but that's what he went by all the time.
Greatest stage
What?
name ever.
You got no love for the funny guy?
That is
What do you know
what he went
about
by
that?
all the time.
You don't know about
That was his name.
Actually, it wasn't what he always. Maybe when he started, he was.
But I'm saying, like,
His
that
name's
wasn't his
like
God-given
Leonard
name.
Cohen or
That
something.
wasn't his name that he was born with, but that's the name he used when he got into show business.
Right.
But that was his name all the time, Rodney Dangerfield. So there's a difference there. Like, not all these people have, that's their names.
Yeah.
But when it's something like, obviously his last name is not DeLaGhetto, so my, and then if you're gonna use
Like
a
Bette
fake
Midler.
name that somebody else is using, then, I'll make it a little different. But even like, okay, so he's there on Thursday, $27, whatever. But on Friday and Saturday is Steve-O, which I don't know if you ever seen this show, Steve-O from Jackass.
No.
Yeah.
All right, it's one of those things where you just have to watch it just to say that you saw it.
It's got to be its own thing.
You will never ever watch it again. He has some guy come up and choke him out on stage.
I
And he
seen that.
passes
That's
out.
hilarious. He actually has some guy choke him out. Like,
But it's not
literally,
stand-up comedy.
Yeah, the guys.
And if you're gonna play
no,
a
he
place
was
called
laying on the ground comedy. Like,
Irvine Improv,
Mhm.
do some comedy.
Well, I have to hand it to him that he was crazy enough to get famous and make a living doing
Well, yeah.
just hurting himself and doing the most outlandish,
On
craziest things.
If you're gonna get up there and say you're a stand-up comic,
Well, if people are willing to pay,
whatever.
man.
Yeah, I don't know.
If people are willing
I
to
don't
pay,
know.
That's
I'm
it's
not-
America. That's
I'm not a
America.
firm believer in selling seats. Selling seats does not make you a comic. Being funny and having good material makes you a comic.
Yes,
Just because you sell out the place, don't go around saying you're a fucking comedian. You're not.
Okay, yeah, well, I've never
You're
seen
popular, you're
yeah.
famous, whatever, but you're not a comic.
Yeah.
You're not a comic until you can fucking do jokes.
Yeah.
You gotta do material. Can't just
So
fucking
you
get around.
actually did see you caught him one time, or you just watched?
I watched it on
Okay.
some show.
and you just didn't do it for
Fucking
you.
absolutely shitty.
Yeah,
It's fucking disrespectful to call yourself a comic and then go on stage and do something like that.
yeah.
That's
Okay,
shitty.
all right.
But moving down to Pachanga, the 3rd, 4th, 7:30, 9:30, Mike Stanley. Whatever, $18. He's one of the many on that, what do you call it, client list for that shitty company that represents all these guys. Shitty Comics R Us, I think it's called.
Yeah, is Rick Salas there? We want to get him on.
Yeah, they should have called by now. Let me get on that shit
Let me
list.
get on that shit list.
Yeah, as long as I'm getting paid.
I want to be the cream of the crop. The shit till I drop.
The
My
runniest
shit
of it all.
rises.
Rises to the top.
Comedy Palace, Tim Gaither.
Not bad. Not bad.
One night only.
Oh, Thursday night?
Something like Thursday. Is Thursday like the throwaway night where it's just like, fuck it, put him up there.
Man.
You know, and there's some of these guys are actually decent. And they get Thursday. Why not? $20, way too much. American Comedy Company, second, third,
Surprise.
and fourth.
Here we go.
Well,
Surprise. Come on, man.
to me, I saw him in his prime, shitty.
Come on.
And now he's like on his way down.
Come on, man.
So he's not going to be extra shitty. And he put on that tough guy look, grew a goatee.
Okay, who is it?
Christopher Titus.
Titus.
Oh, I like Titus.
Have you ever seen his
You like his?
Yes.
You like his stand-up?
Yeah, I saw one special when he was talking about. I thought the show was okay, and his he was talking about World War II in Japan, and he's just like, first of all, maybe we overreacted. Okay, he said, and then he goes, but hey, you started that. You started with that.
I saw him up at the place out in Concord. That was a comedy club out in Concord, California.
Uh-huh.
It was a Western bar, but they did comedy there.
My brother lived out there for
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
not very impressive.
Okay. Well, everybody's
Whatever.
got different.
His prices, they're selling his tickets for half price. So that's kind of telling.
Well, maybe-
$11.
What's that?
$11.
At the American Comedy Company.
Yeah, that's very. That's not for.
I've seen tickets for $8 there before too.
Yeah.
And I've seen some where they're like, fuck it, let her.
And he's doing three
nights, 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday. So a total of 5 shows.
Unless they're paying him more on either because it seems like he would be a bigger draw than that, you know,
Yeah.
unless he lives in the area or
Or
something.
unless they've seen him before.
Okay.
Right.
Well, no, when I caught him, I actually liked his little TV show. We'd have a Stacy Keach or something as the dad. I don't know if you ever saw the TV show.
Okay.
It was okay.
I believe you though.
Yeah, I think it was just called Titus or something.
So going down to the Madhouse.
Is that place still open? I thought they should.
They're moving.
Are they?
No. I don't know. I keep hearing stories that they are moving, but
I just a magician. You know what? I wish a magician would play there one night and then make it disappear.
Make it disappear.
That'd be kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So Friday, Saturday, nobody really.
right.
Yeah, they have that list of our house booking whatever.
They're doing
But
the same
Thursday.
are they?
Thursday night, they're doing the Thursday night throwaway night, I guess. Tony Calabrese. So you get decent comics, but they give them the throwaway night Thursday. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't understand the business side of that.
That's too bad. And then La Jolla Comedy Store,
La Jolla.
Sarah Schaefer.
Schaefer.
Sarah Schaefer.
Schaefer.
3rd, 4th, and 5th. She's
Yeah.
doing the whole weekend there. Like I always say, if you're doing the Comedy Store, you got to be decent. You're getting a whole weekend. You're
Got the
doing
whole weekend.
5 shows.
She's got the whole
She's got to be
weekend.
decent. So
On her plans, she
I'm
got
gonna,
the whole weekend.
I'm gonna give my pick of the week,
On her plans.
which is if you were planning on seeing comedy this weekend, don't.
It's got the little bitty baby.
Go watch a band somewhere.
Yeah.
Go to your local dive bar and just get shitty because
Fuck it.
comedy's shitty this week.
Exactly.
But I will give the benefit of the doubt. If you're really jonesing, you got to see somebody. Go see Sarah Schaefer. Never seen her before.
Right
Can't
on.
be that terrible.
Okay, so here's
It's
a
only $100 in tickets.
No, it's
so
cheap.
bad.
this is
$20.
not a sexist comment, but when I watch female comics, I don't know where to look. if they look half decent or whatever, looking at I don't know where to look at on a female.
Well, usually women like when you're talking to them to look in their eyes.
Look them in their eyes. But it's when they're in stand up on their own stage. I'm like, where am I supposed to look?
I don't think that has anything to do with comedy. It has to do with your perverseness.
With me? Okay.
Because if you're looking at her snacks, that's
Well, especially we're going by your routine at the last show. The book you brought out,
Oh, man.
you did the whole bit on that. And actually, it was funny. I'll give you that. It
Okay,
was
no. But
funny,
actually,
but
actually, my whole set was an embellishment and a penis joke from start to finish. My opener.
Yeah.
Let me move this so you can see my.
yeah.
That's my opener.
Yeah.
Unless I'm doing a clean show. But yeah. But then I got to embellish, even though I used the book on that particular topic and that part of the body. I still covered it with my interpretation of using that exercise, so I can do a elongated penis joke.
How often do you do this exercise?
Only once when I need to clean
I
my
was
mirror.
impressed that you were able to hold everyone's attention just with that. I just went, okay, so this is what the whole
This is
thing's going to
coming.
be. And I said, so it's going to. I go, hope he worked on it. It was good.
No,
though.
hell yeah.
It was good.
Hell yeah.
I have to give you that.
Now,
Yeah, my buddy was howling. He enjoyed himself.
that's
You
good.
know, my friend has been married 75,000 times. He was like, that was good. He goes, that was all right.
Good stuff.
So Sarah Schaefer,
Sarah
the Hoya
Schaefer.
Comedy Store. And I'm not a big backer of the female comics myself.
I like, because their emergence and their existence on the platform, giving them fair share. It's amazing how
Now
good
that
some
is
of them
very
are.
sexist.
That's not. No, I'm serious. With content, and I mean, don't Amy Schumer me by stealing someone else's jokes, repackaging it.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually some talented female
She's more of
comedians.
I think she's better in the movies than she
It's
is
hard to
on
find.
stand-up.
It's
And
rare.
And I think we're a little more lenient with them and give them a little more leeway of not being funny because you honestly don't expect them to be funny.
Maybe.
You're surprised.
But there are some good ones.
So
there are definitely some.
With my battle of the sexes show, which I bring out 3 versus 3 and let the women have a fair shake. When you go look at most comedy shows and lineups, 7 guys, maybe 1 girl,
What was the reason for that?
because
They don't want the show to
Kayfabe.
fucking
Don't want
crash
to
and
crash
burn.
and so I mean,
Someone's going to get.
somebody's gonna get, yeah.
And they hate that when we say it, but
It's
you
the
always
truth.
say you want the truth.
It's the truth.
It's true.
Yeah, it's the truth. Ask any guy
But it's,
what you're feeling.
What's she doing here?
Unless they're like a little metro or homo, they're gonna take the chick side on it and be like, oh yeah.
There's going to be 8 dudes, and well,
Almost all guys are female comics are.
Well,
you might see that in California. There's a lot
I'll
of
give
them out
props to
there.
the ones that I think that are very funny, like Vicky, who's Vicky Babelock.
Vicky Barberlock.
Babelock, she's very funny. When I met her, she has that great opening line. What's the matter? He's never seen a trophy wife before. That just kills.
Yes.
And she was nice as pie.
She's honest.
What did you think
She's
of
turning up. And
of
then-
the set that she did on
At Tremont.
no America's Got Talent?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, what I caught of it was good. Yeah, it was good. Well, I thought her set that she did actually on the open mic over at Tremont was just hilarious.
Way better.
Way better. Yeah, but it worked for her. It's totally taken her to another level.
I don't know if she was nervous, but it just
Probably.
didn't flow.
But it worked though, right? She continued on. I don't know how
She advanced.
she advanced on there, and her career is taking off. And God bless her, because she's
No,
she's super funny.
I
And
just,
another friend of mine, Amanda Cohen, she's really funny.
I didn't think that was. I just didn't think it was that good.
As good as the open
I didn't
mic.
think her opening was as good. Yeah, when she came up the way, and she really downplayed it because she really looked trailer trashy at the Tremont Street, and she just was. I told her I had no idea who she was, or I just go, that was a freaking great set.
Yeah, she travels and she's done a lot of shows, and she's
Yeah.
on
The trailer.
the Orange County Funniest Wives, Funniest Housewives. And all those women are ridiculously funny.
Yeah,
I need to see that.
You've never seen that? Oh my god, it is really good. It's at the not the Ice House, but
but yeah.
there's a place.
So there are definitely, we do know some funny ladies.
But ever since
There's other ones.
ever since I forgot who passed away, but yeah, so it's now run by Maria Herman, and she can get the girls together, and it's a really good show.
I've seen Maria have some good nights.
Wife.
Yes.
Maria, I've seen her.
The Aussie chick, she's funny.
Maria Herman's funny. Man.
She's done one of my shows.
Yeah, she's good. She's a real cool lady too.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful.
She's good people.
And it's good.
Yeah, so there are definitely we definitely do know some funny ladies out there for sure.
Yeah, I give them props. Like even like Danielle Ars, she's hard
I'm
working.
going to say this.
I can names. I can drop. Yeah, it is tougher. It is tougher.
Because everybody expects them to be shitty.
Maybe
So it is tougher.
Yeah.
It's tough for them to hold the attention of the crowd because they sway real quick.
My buddy Samantha Rodriguez, she's had some. I've seen her deliver some really good sets too.
Yeah.
She did last Thursday. She goes by the Diva. She's good, and then Buff Patterson. She had a good set that night.
So what would be your theory?
Well, no, I mean just when I saw.
But when she's okay.
Well, I've only seen her set once, but it was a song.
Actually, she's got a show coming up. I think she's at the Oceanside Stars Comedy.
Yeah.
Samantha Rodriguez got on that one.
How did that happen?
All right. Well,
Can you You brought sexy back?
Well, not really.
Back in the studio.
Anyway, one last thing to say. I took my kid to the ocean, and all he kept saying it was his first time actually in the ocean and stuff. Couldn't get him out of it. He just kept going, Dad, I love the ocean. I love it. I love it. I love the ocean. And I said, yeah, we've been here 6 hours, and we're all pruned up. I know that, son.
Nice.
Apparently, you didn't catch any of the episodes of Shark Week.
No. Oh, he did. He's looking so fishy. Where are you, fishy? And I'm just like, no, there'll be some big fishes if we get too far out in here.
Let him watch a couple of those episodes of Shark Week and see if he tiptoes in again. You're kitty.
Kitty. That's good.
Dude, hey, we get in the little pool in the backyard, and I'm still looking around for sharks. Maybe somebody threw one in here. That's nice.
Hello, Mrs. Feverman. We're getting ready to wrap it up.
We almost
Okay?
watched that one.
I gotta edit that. Cut that shit out.
Why don't edit that out? That's funny.
No, it's not.
All right. Hey, I gotta go.
That's some bullshit right
I'll
there.
call you back.
That's some bullshit. So I'm calling bullshit on the bullshit.
Bullshit.
It
Send
doesn't
us,
really bother me.
send them.
So I heard the water was like 78 degrees,
It's
man.
warm.
There's like
It
gas
is warm.
plumes.
It's ready, baby.
There's gas plumes going on right now over here on this side of the country, and people are like,
Gas fumes, or did you fart, buddy? What's up?
Plumes.
plumes, when
There's
you
a crack in the shelf and the ocean is rising. We're gonna die. California is gonna separate from the
Yeah, that's what the diagram there showing.
Yeah, that's what.
So
Sure, why not?
the movie Escape LA
SALA is real.
is going to be for real.
Yeah.
What, Kurt Russell's going to ride a wave across the Golden Gate?
Yo, fuck that. San Andreas, The Rock is going to save us all.
That's what I'm talking about. See,
The Rock is going to save us.
Rock is going to save us.
Arnold's too out of shape. The Rock's going to step in.
Actually, it's not going to be The Rock. It's going to be his cousin, his stunt double. But it looks like.
The Pebble.
Have you seen his stunt double?
Yeah, it's done double.
Dude, he's bigger than The Rock.
Yeah.
His cousin, he gave him a new truck.
It's his cousin.
Wait. Linda
Yeah,
Hamilton's
I saw
coming back in another Terminator movie.
All right, I'm down. I'm totally down.
And she's pissed off.
She's pissed off.
That's
Who?
Linda
She's more
Hamilton.
pissed off at how she looks now.
Because
Yeah,
20
well,
years
it's been a
ago,
while, man.
And again, like I said,
I would have.
She was great in
I don't know where to look.
He's got some serious.
Hey, Facebook, y'all still hanging out with us. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Allow me to
Allow me to introduce
Twitter
myself.
all over you, Facebook,
Whoa,
and leave this instant
that
ring.
sounds disgusting.
Oh, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
I just usually do it. Just Twitter all over Facebook and leave an Instagram.
Wow.
You know.
What's up, Monique?
So we're back at it on Wednesday nights here.
What's going on?
Wednesday night.
What is going on? She had somewhere more important to be than here. Thanks for tuning in. It's all good. Jay the Holy Roller just took off. We were kind of going over current events. We checked out the comedy preview, and we determined that there was some shit going on in the comedy scene in San Diego, unfortunately. So find something else to do. Go out and have a drink or two, do whatever.
Make love to some Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey. So what else is going on? We're here with Mark the Blind Guy. If anybody's got any questions, tune in. What's up?
And yes, I do go by.
Hey, it's Monique. What's up, Monique?
Oh.
You go by what?
I said, and yes, I do go by echolocation in bed. It's the only way. I mean, I'll say it.
Didn't we already say that one?
Oh,
What's that?
whistle while you twerk.
That's what happened last time, dude. I never comment on my own things.
Somehow, some way.
Huh?
So if anybody's got anything, any questions?
Recommended suggestions for the next Pelon and Chubby comedy show.
Text.
Moving to a Thursday. You want to see somebody hot? Recommend Texas or call.
Thursday,
Or,
August
look me up.
30th. We'll be at Wildwood.
That would be
Vista
great
once
because I
again.
will have a ton of things I can talk about on that day because I will have flown in the day prior after spending a week and a half up in Denver, Colorado.
Nice.
Doing
What are you doing, riding?
backpacking, retreat, climb Pikes Peak, Overall.
I noticed you're wearing your
Rapper.
Skydive Paris shirt today.
Oh, look at that.
Sexy.
Look
Did you
at
know that's the
that.
one you had on today?
Yeah, it says I jump, and I just put it on like 3 hours ago.
He jumped into the
I
shirt.
did a 35-mile bike ride this morning up the coast, and it felt like I was in fucking Florida because it was humid.
Humid. It was
Bitch.
very humid
It
today.
was more humid than my nutsack on it. Anyway,
Anyway.
we'll go elaborate.
Hey, so this hike could be very interesting.
Oh, it's going to be great because we've got a big group of people coming out from the UK and London that we're going to be taking them up.
No, but I'm talking more about you.
Like 12
Yeah.
miles.
Is everybody blind?
No.
Oh, man.
That'd be
There's-
more interesting.
There's just this one guy from what I know of.
You the guy?
No, I'm not blind.
How fucked up would that be if there's like a crowd of people at the bottom of the mountain? You're like, oh shit, he's gonna go up.
Right.
And he's in denial, so he's not screaming like a bitch.
It's all blind hikers.
Yeah, right.
Just don't tie to each other.
Yeah,
If one goes,
they
like,
all go.
Oh, there was like a.
You go, I go. And there's that one mute going. Politically incorrect. That's what we do. I don't know.
that was very wrong.
That's so wrong. In so
On
many
every
ways.
level.
Every which way but loose. Every which
The,
way but loose.
So I was invited by a buddy of mine who owns him and his wife do a retreat company out there.
Uh-huh.
Take big groups of people that come in from out of the country or out of state to up the.
So you got a free ride is basically what you got.
Oh no, I paid for this, my
You
friend.
paid for what?
Flight, food,
What?
shoes.
They take EBT?
Huh?
They take EBT?
No, they do not take the Obama
What the-
One card.
They take.
Well, there's a lot of presidents that go in a lot of cashes, right? You
Dead
know?
presidents.
So,
You gotta be careful because they could just be taking you in a car
know,
ride real fast
Yeah, and you think
and take you to South Central and have you walk up some hills and shit.
so my flight
Your
is
air
from
flight.
San Diego to Denver.
Okay.
I don't know if
Allegedly.
I'll end up in
They're
South
gonna-
Central there.
They're going to do the whole thing.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean,
The white zone for loading
Hey,
and
the
promoting
husband
blind
sitting
people.
in the front seat. Prepare for takeoff.
I do that all the time. Man. The people generally don't scream until we get about the end of the
Tilt
runway.
and shake and the whole thing. I get it. The full
Look
experience.
at the view,
One of
honey.
these
It's
days,
so
those people are going to
beautiful.
scream too late. We're all going to die.
If you look out the left, you can see the Colorado.
This is a blind joke on terribly wrong.
This is bad.
It's
So
good
bad.
because I will be up there 20,000 feet in the air, and I will
Only
piss
20?
down upon you peasants down here from the top of the
Okay.
mountain.
Sorry.
It's okay. You will bask in my golden shower when I'm up there.
Whatever,
It's
Trev.
okay.
That's okay.
Whatever,
The
dude.
water comes down.
Whatever, dude.
and I'll be
Whatever,
up at the top.
Us blacks and Mexicans have been taking it for years and years.
Ain't no thing but a chicken
It's the
wing.
cripple's turn.
Send that boy down the river. Fuck it, he's hiking. Don't send him down the river.
Hey, you know what? I gotta give it to you, Mark. Because I don't know, if I was blind, I think I'd be like, fuck that. Like somebody fucking with you, like pulling the chair out from under you or something. We're on a hike up 8,000 feet in some mountain. I can't see what the fuck's going on. Pass. You know, that's
Peaceful,
rough.
actually.
No, but I'm just saying, like you get all the senses other than, whatever, but that's fucking a lot of trust in whoever you're going with.
Oh, yeah.
But So that's why I say I gotta give you some credit. You got some balls.
Definitely got a pair.
I think that's. Would you like to see that?
I'm
Pretty big
no.
balls.
Yeah, we don't want to lose our license.
I've got big balls.
She's got big balls.
She's got big balls.
He's got big balls.
Who's got the
big
biggest
balls.
balls of
Rick's
the
got big
world?
balls, but,
I've
yeah.
got big balls. That's a good one. What's that?
Balls are always sweet. They put the left to the right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what I found out? We don't need condensers.
No,
No,
we're good.
it's actually the
Yeah.
wrong kind. This is wrong. These are the proper ones.
See, but that guy,
What guy?
He
Right,
still
so-
says you're a jackass.
fuck him. He didn't get his commission on that damn
That board, I tell you what, though,
phosphor.
that board, I bet you sounds like
Jackass.
legit.
But for what? We don't love them hoes
Jackass.
when everybody else is doing the same thing on their podcast.
They're using
Brothers,
boards, but I don't
45.
know that they're using this kind.
They're not you.
Huh? What happened? You got a date?
Blank stare?
No,
What?
blank stare.
You're getting shit on
Dull
today.
eyes
Oh,
stare.
man.
Oh, I'm not gonna
You better defend yourself.
Come out swinging.
Vince is not
Getting shit
there.
on. Well,
He makes well in the dark.
I really don't, I don't know. I don't have much else to say.
Then shut the fuck up. Oh,
No, it's like, I'm in one of those moods where I'm not feeling
Moody.
like very funny, but at the same time, I'm not upset about a whole heck of a lot. You know, it's like, so hey, I appreciate all you guys tuning in on the Facebook Live feed. Tune in to Podbean, and like I said, if everybody can do their part, okay, let me finish this one real quick, Bob. So if everybody could do their part and send it to a friend, we can double our numbers or triple our numbers, and that'd be outstanding because I think the show is worthy of more people listening to. Right now, our views and everything are pretty decent. What's up, Junebug? Say hi to everybody. Look at the camera and say hi. There he is. There's the future. So anyway.
Mark, how about the future of New York?
Oh, how about the future of New York, Mark?
That's
your question.
that's a generous gift of you, my young lord.
He has a question about the future of New York.
I have to go.
What about the
because
future of
I
New
have
York?
to.
My young prophet.
I actually do this a great whale pizza.
That's
A pop-up sense.
all right. Well, here's I got to go hang out with June. We're gonna say bye to everybody real quick. Thanks for tuning in to the Pelon and Chubby Show. Until next Wednesday, keep us in mind on August 30th, the third installment of the
Bears.
Pelon and Chubby comedy series.
The little tiniest.
I'm gonna say bye right now. June, help me say bye to everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Pelon and Chubby Show. See ya!
See ya.
All right.
Oh my God.
Good night, everybody.